Mhm. So first is, last time we have discussed the 64 Angas list we have discussed already. Okay, now we are discussing one by one each of the Angas of devotional service. Okay. So we till now what we have discussed all the topics is, first we saw the definition of Uttama Bhakti, then we saw the definition of Sadhana Bhakti. Then in that we saw there are two parts of that. One is Vaidhi Sadhana and second is Raganuga Sadhana. So Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti we have already seen the definition. Now Rupa Goswami is describing the 64 items or 64 limbs which are there in the Sadhana Bhakti. Okay. So one by one he is describing. First one here, Guru Padashrayan. Guru Padashraya. So first limb of bhakti is to take shelter of the lotus feet of Guru. For this he quotes from the 11th canto, 3rd chapter, shloka number 21. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta jigyasu shreya uttamam sabde pare cha nishnatam brahmani upshamashrayam. Yes, Yamuna Vilas, bro, could you read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Therefore, tasmad, any person who seriously desires real happiness, uttamam shreya jignasu, must seek a spiritual master, gurum prapadyate, who is conversant, nishnatam, with the bhakti scriptures, shabde, accomplished in hearing and chanting about the Lord, pare brahmani, and fully tranquil, upasama ashrayam.
Upasama Ashrayam. So one has to take shelter of a guru, but also one has to know that what are the qualities of that guru should be whom he is taking shelter, not that anybody, any person can be accepted. So what are the qualifications here? It's given any person who is first, what is the qualification of the person who is approaching? He should be serious about what? Desiring real happiness. What is real happiness? Real happiness is described as prema. Okay, Krishna prema is the real happiness. That if one is desiring, if that is the case, then therefore, then one should seek a spiritual master. Gurum prapadyeta. He should go to a guru. What should be the qualifications of the guru? First thing, he should be conversant, nishnatam with the bhakti scriptures. He should be nishnat with the bhakti scriptures. He should have studied them thoroughly and learned from his guru Maharaj or his spiritual master, like that. Okay. Second, accomplished in hearing and chanting about the Lord. Okay. Second is he should be accomplished in hearing and chanting. So whatever he has studied, it should not be only theoretical knowledge, but he should have also have realized and accomplished himself. Pare Brahmani. Okay, he should have himself understood the lessons of the Bhakti scriptures and applied in his life. And third is given Upashama Ashrayam. He should be fully tranquil. Okay. So these are the qualifications of the Guru which one should approach. Yeah, please continue.
One should surrender to a guru who is skillful, Nishnatam, in understanding the meaning of the Vedas, Shabde, and other scriptures. If he does not have this quality, the faith of the disciple will become weak, since he will not be able to destroy the doubts of the disappointed disciple. He should be capable as well in realizing the Lord, Pare.
So why should be well read? Why should he have studied the scriptures, Bhakti scriptures? Because first thing is he should have good understanding. Second, if he has good understanding, then he can remove the doubts of the disciple. Okay, and he can give them faith in the scriptures. Okay, so as we saw earlier that there are three types of personalities who are the qualified persons for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari and the Kanishtadhikari. So Uttamadhikari was here described as one who is very conversant in scriptures. So and also it was described that he has proud Shraddha, he has very good faith. So if he has faith, then only he can give faith to his disciple, correct? So these are mentioned here. And second thing, he should be capable as well in realizing the Lord. Pare Brahmani. Yeah, continue.
Otherwise, His mercy will not be a results. The position of being fixed in realization of the Lord is described. He is not under control of anger and greed.
Hmm.
Upasamashrayam.
Huh. So second thing is, we say many times that I should get mercy of this devotee or that devotee. Okay, that all will fructify only when that person has previous two qualities, what was mentioned. What was that? He should have very good understanding of the scriptures. He should have faith in them, and he should be able to remove the doubts. Okay. So if these three things are there, then he will be able to give his mercy. Why that mercy is available to him? Because he is able to receive that mercy from above. Then only he can give. Correct. Nobody can create mercy. So if he has all these qualities, then he should have realized the Lord himself. Then only he can pass on that realization to his disciple, like Srila Prabhupada has done. Okay. Yeah, and then another point he mentioned that the position of being fixed in realization, Brahmani Upshama Ashrayam, is described. He is not under control of anger and greed. How do we see externally that somebody is fixed in Brahman, fixed in realization? That is very internal thing, right? How we can see it from externals. So here are the two things which are mentioned, which we can see externally also. Okay, that he doesn't have that anger. Okay, he is not under the control of the anger, and he is not under the control of greed or any other things. Okay, lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, pride, all these things are included in this. Okay, so he should not be under control of them, but if he wants, he can use them sometime. Like anger could be used. Okay, and some things cannot be used also, but it mentioned greed, lust, anger, envy cannot be used. Except envy, everything can be used. Okay, so there is a very nice song. I think Narottam Das Thakur has written. Hmm. क्रोध भक्त द्वेषी जने. Uh, yeah, I will try to show that song. That is very very good song. So he has composed. Yeah, Narottam Das Thakur has said yes. I'm sharing my screen. You can see this song of Narottam Das Thakur. Yeah, see here, very good song. So these qualities, these not qualities, but type like it's a manifestation of anartha. But Narottam Das Thakur has written that these all can be engaged in Krishna Bhakti. Okay, so Kama Krishna Karmarpane. First, the lust, where it should be directed to Krishna Karmarpane. Okay, so what he is saying here, I will engage lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, envy, and pride in appropriate ways, and by defeating these enemies, I will feel happiness in my heart as I peacefully worship Govinda. How will I engage? He is saying first, Kama Krishna Arpane. Okay, I will engage lust by offering it in Krishna service. Okay, second, Krodha, Bhakta Dveshi Jane. Okay, anger I will direct towards those who are opposite to the devotional service, like that. Okay, and for each of them, example also Acharyas give, like Hanuman. He directed his anger in burning Lanka. Correct. So Bhakta Dveshi Jane towards Ravana, he engaged it. Correct. Then next is Lobha, greed. Sadhu Sange, Hari Katha. Let me have greed towards Sadhu Sangha and Hari Katha. Moha, illusion. Ishta labhe vinay. When I don't attain my Ishta, or that is our worshipable Lord Krishna or anything like that, what we want to aspire in bhakti, if I don't attain, then let that be illusion for me. Okay, mother, pride. Krishna Gungane, let me have pride in glorifying Lord Krishna. Niyukta Karibe Yatha Tatha. Okay, as and when it is required, I will engage these things. But envy, obviously, he has not mentioned here. It cannot be engaged. Okay, so but there is also transcendental envy which is there in spiritual world. Like one gopi may be envious of another gopi. Like we hear many times Radharani is envious of other group of gopis. Okay, like that. So similarly, here it's described. Okay, let's go back to the topic. Yeah. So he is saying that he is not under control of such things, anger, greed, but he is able to use them in bhakti. Okay, like Prabhupada, many times he would become angry on his disciple also, or on those who are antagonistic to bhakti, because he is not controlled by anger, but he is using that anger to engaging that anger, propensity of anger, whatever. So he is not a conditioned soul, he is liberated soul, but he is engaging those activities. Similarly, greed. Now, Srila Prabhupada many times he was told by one disciple one time that how one of the sannyasis he is there, he never touches even 1 rupee. Prabhupada told, no, all that money can be brought to me. I will engage it in Krishna's service. I'll use it in making big temples or spreading the bhakti movement like that. Okay, so that is what it is. Yes, Yamuna, please read.
Srila Prabhupada on this verse, the purport is that one should not accept as a spiritual master someone who is a fool number one, who has no direction according to the scriptural injunctions, whose character is doubtful, who does not follow the principles of devotional service, or who has not conquered the influence of the six sense gratifying agents. The six agents of sense gratification are the tongue, the genitals, the belly, anger, the mind, and words.
Yeah, so as we read in Upadeshamritam, very first verse, Vacho vegam manasa krodh vegam jiva vegam udar upastha vegam etan vegan yo vishayate dhira sarvam apivam prithvim sa sishyat. So that shloka actually Prabhupada is quoting here in his purport to NOD this verse. So Prabhupada is saying some other very important points also. So first he is saying this one should not accept a spiritual master someone who is fool number one. Okay, what is the meaning of this phrase, full number one? Means he has no direction according to scriptural injunctions. Means he gives the directions but not based on scriptural injunctions. Okay, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Panchratrikim Vidhim Vina Ekanteka Harer Bhakti Utpata Eva Kalpate. So if somebody gives directions without the scriptures, then it will create utpat. That is first thing. Second, whose character is doubtful. Okay, we don't know whether that person is actually practicing devotional service purely or not. When we see him 1 or 2 hours, he is very good. But what he is doing behind the walls, we don't know. Correct. So his character should not be doubtful. Okay. Who does not follow the principles of devotional service like regulatory principles, chanting 16 rounds, coming morning program, all these things, he is not compromising. Or who has not conquered the influence of the six sense gratifying agents. Okay, so these gratifying agents, lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, pride, that we discussed already, Prabhupada is also mentioning. Yeah, continue.
Anyone who has practiced controlling these six is permitted to make disciples all over the world. To accept such a spiritual master is the crucial point for advancement in spiritual life. One who is fortunate enough to come under the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master is sure to traverse the path of spiritual salvation without any doubt.
Yeah, so one should accept a spiritual master, but it's like one has to accept not just by seeing a person, oh, he was so effulgent, or he was so fair in color, he was singing so nicely, he was so good speaking in English, he was singing so many good ragas, all this, or he knows Sanskrit. All these things are not mentioned by Prabhupada here, and neither Rupa Goswami. Okay, तस्मात् गुरुं प्रपद्येत जिज्ञासु श्रेयोत्तमं शाब्दे pare cha nishnatam brahmani upashamashrayam. This is what mentioned. It's not mentioned he should know Sanskrit, he should know so many ragas, he should be from Western countries, he should be from India, he should be small, he should be big, he should be white, he should be black. Nothing is mentioned. So these all external qualities are not so much important. Okay, but what is mentioned here is the internal qualities. Okay, that we have to see. Okay. That's why it's mentioned before accepting any guru, one has to at least see for 6 months, 1 year. Okay. And the guru also has to see the disciple. Okay. Second, limb. So after one has accepted a spiritual master, what should one do? Shri Krishna Dikshadi Sikshanam, acquiring knowledge after initiation. Okay. So this is what one is supposed to do after he has accepted a spiritual master. So again he is quoting from 11th canto, 3rd chapter, 22nd shloka. तत्र भागवतान् धर्मान् शिक्षेद गुरु आत्मदेवतः अमायया अनुवृत्त्या यः तुष्येद आत्मात्म दोहरिः. Okay, somebody else can read. Madhav Harinam Prabhu, would you like to read?
Accepting the bona fide spiritual master as one's life and soul and worshipable deity, the disciple should learn from him the process of pure bhakti by sincere service. By that pure bhakti, the Lord, the Supreme Soul, will be satisfied and give himself.
To that devotee. Okay, thank you. So now after one has accepted spiritual master, what one should do? One should accept, should learn teachings from Sikshad. On what? The process of the pure bhakti. About the pure bhakti process, he should learn from him. And how will he learn and how will he gain more and more realization is by sincere service. Okay. And then he will be satisfied and give himself to that devotee. Supreme Lord will be satisfied and give himself to that servitor. Okay, who is trying to serve spiritual master nicely. Yeah, so here there is a very important point which is mentioned. What is the definition of Diksha? Okay, so let us see. The definition is mentioned in Bhakti Sandarbha, which is a book written by Jiva Goswami. Okay, and he has given his own commentary also. So he mentions the definition. Many times you might have heard this. Divyam jnanam yato dadyat kuryat papasya sanksham tasmad diksheti saprokta deshikais tattva kovidah. Yes, Prabhuji, please continue.
Diksha is the process by which one can awaken his transcendental knowledge and vanquish all reactions caused by sinful activity. Person expert in the study of revealing scriptures knows this process as Diksha.
Hmm. So same thing. First point is Divyam Jnanam Yato Dadyat. First he receives the Divya Gyan. What is Divya Gyan? This is about the knowledge about the bhakti, how to perform bhakti, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, okay, how to perform the sadhana bhakti process, all these things. And then by doing this, what happens? Kuriyat, papasya sanksham, by chanting the holy name, following the principles, the whatever the sinful activities or accumulated past sinful karma may be there, that will be destroyed, sanksham. Okay, so this is what is called diksha by the Kovida. Okay. So now the question may be that, okay, now if Diksha is the point which is called initiation and everything starts from there. So is it that whatever we did before that or whatever we do before that is not useful? And is it compulsory? So can't I progress in bhakti without receiving any Diksha? So this question many times devotees have. So that is tried to answer here. Madhya Lila, 15th chapter, 108 shloka. दीक्षा पुरुषचर्या विधि अपेक्षा न करे जीवा स्पर्शे आचांडाला सबारे उद्धारे. Yes, Prabhuji.
One does not have to undergo initiation or execute the activities required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with his lips. Thus, even a man in the lowest class, Chandala, can be delivered.
So this is what is said that Purushcharya Vidhi or the initiation Vidhi अपेक्षा ना करे. Jiva sparshe achandale sabare uddhare. So just by chanting the holy name, all the things can be attained. But that does not mean that one doesn't need to undergo initiation at all. Okay, that all our acharyas have said the example that yeah, we should undergo the process of initiation. Okay, but to show the potency of holy name, this shloka is told that the Diksha method may be needed, but holy name is having all power to give all the results. Okay, so Prabhupada in the purport actually will clarify. If you read the purport of that shloka, he will clarify in that and quote many shlokas to show that how the initiation is important for practicing regulated devotional service. Okay, even though the shloka is saying that holy name can give everything, but Prabhupada focuses in this purport that how initiation is also very important to lead a regulated life under the direction of Guru. Yeah. So this is the purport. Here I think we'll read a part of it. Okay. Vinayava diksham viprendra purischaryam vinayava hi vinayava nyasa vidhina japa matrena siddhida. Yes, Ruji.
O best of the Brahmanas, even without initiation, the preliminary purification or acceptance of the renounced order, one can attain perfection in devotional service simply by chanting the Lord's holy name.
Yeah. So by chanting the holy name, all that can be accomplished. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In other words, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful that it does not depend on official initiation. But if one is initiated and engages in Pancharatra Vidhi, his Krishna consciousness will awaken very soon, and his identification with the material world will be removed.
Yeah. So this here now we can see Prabhupada is actually mentioning that the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful that it does not depend on official initiation. But if one is initiated and engages in Pancharatra Vidhi, his Krishna consciousness will awaken very soon and his identification with the material world will be vanquished. Okay, so initiation also is important to make the process fast. Yeah, continue.
The more one is freed from material identification, the more one can realize the spirit soul is qualitatively as good as the supreme soul. Uh, at such a time, when one is situated on the absolute platform, one can understand that the holy name of the Lord and the Lord Himself are identical.
Yeah, so the more one is freed from material identification, ahamkar, okay, that is mama and mamata, basically that is I and mine. Okay, so the more one can realize the spirit soul. As such, at such a time when one is situated on the absolute platform, one can understand that the holy name of Lord and the Lord Himself are identical. Yeah, yeah. Please read.
In that stage of realization, the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna mantra, cannot be identified with any material sound.
Mm.
If one accepts the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as a material vibration, he falls down. One should worship and chant the holy name of the Lord by accepting it as the Lord Himself.
Yeah.
One should therefore be initiated properly according to the revealed scriptures under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master.
Yeah, so that's what Prabhupada is also saying that yeah, holy name can give everything that is needed for bhakti, but when one is initiated, one can get good guidance of spiritual master and worship the deity, and he can progress faster. Yeah.
The attitude of the disciples should be to satisfy the bona fide spiritual master. Then it will be very easy for him to understand spiritual knowledge. This is confirmed in the Vedas, and Rupa Goswami will further explain that for a person who has unflinching faith in God and spiritual master, everything becomes revealed very easily.
Mm. Yeah. So now thirdly, Vishrambhena Guruho Seva, serving the Guru with reverence. So now it was mentioned that Krishna Dikshadi Sikshanam. So one should accept teachings from Guru as well as initiation from Guru. Diksha, Adi, Sikshanam. Both one should receive. So there also it is mentioned by doing service, one will receive the mercy of the spiritual master. Okay, and one should try to please spiritual master. Okay. So now here he is quoting from same 11th canto 17th chapter. Acharyam mam vijaniyan na avamanyeta karhichit na martya buddhi ashuyeta sarva deva mayo guruhu. Okay. Somebody else can read. Shri Gangaputra Prabhu.
One should know the Acharya as myself, Acharyam Mam Vijnana, and never disrespect him in any way. Na avyamanyat karichit. One should not envy him, na asuyeta, thinking him an ordinary man. Mratyaya buddhi, for he is representative of all the demigods. Sarvadeva
Yeah.
Mayoga.
So why one should serve the spiritual master? So Krishna himself is telling that one should know that Acharya is myself, first thing. And that's why he should never disrespect him in any way. And also one should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man. Okay. Why? Because he is the representative of all the demigods. Sarva Deva Mayo Guruhu. Okay. He is representing me as well as all the demigods. So one should never disrespect or envy him. Yeah. Please read.
One Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. One should know that the Acharya belongs to me, Acharya Mam. This agrees with sayings such as remember the revered Guru as a dearest of Mukunda. One should not disrespect the Guru by thinking him an ordinary human.
Yeah, so one should never think the Guru as ordinary human being. As we know, Vaishnava Jati Buddhi, Guru Shunarmati, Arche Shiladhi, all these are very, very offensive. To consider the deity as the stone or consider the caste, community, background of the Vaishnavas, and to consider Guru as a normal human being. Okay, so these are all very offensive. Fourth link, Sadhu Vartma Anuvartanam, following the scriptural rules. Okay, so literal translation will be Sadhu Vartma. Vartma means path. Okay, and Sadhu we know a saintly person. So whatever path the saints have walked, Anuvartanam. Anu means to follow. Vartanam is again means to walk. So following after the saints, what path they have followed. That is literal translation. Okay, but the meaning here is given is following the scriptural rules. Why? Because as we know, Guru and Sadhu, all of them actually follow Shastra. Because they are following Shastra, so what is mentioned is following the scripture rules is the path we also have to follow. Okay, so here again Skanda Puran it is mentioned. Samrigya Shreya Sham Hetu Pantha Santapa Varjitah Anvaptasramam Purve Yena Santa Pratishtire. Okay, Prasanna Gopal Prabhu, would you like to read?
One should follow the uh, spiritual rules which give the highest benefit and are devoid of hardship, by which the previous devotees easily progress. Yeah.
Yeah. So one should follow the scriptural rules because previous devotees also followed scriptural rules. Why one should follow? Because it gives the highest benefit. Shreyasham Hetu. So if we follow the Bhakti Yoga principles, Bhakti Yoga scriptures, then we will get prema. Okay. So that is highest benefit for us. Somebody follows Karma Yoga, they will get Swarga. Somebody follows Jnana Yoga, they will get Brahman. Okay. So they are the highest benefit for different practitioners, but all of them have to follow Guru. Okay, and are devoid of hardship. So they have found out the easiest method or the best method as prescribed in the Vedas. Okay, for whatever path they may be following. So we should also follow them so that we can also easily progress. Yeah. So another quote which he is giving, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatra Vidhim Vina एकांतिकी हरेर भक्ति उत्पात एव कल्पते. Is specific to bhakti yoga now. Yes, Projan, please read.
Even if a person seems to have attained steadiness in practicing pure bhakti to the Lord, that bhakti is a misfortune if it rejects the rules of Shruti, Smriti, Purana, and Pancharatra due to lack of faith in them.
Yeah. So a person, even though he may externally seem that, oh, he's practicing so nicely bhakti. So when we go to some dham, Vrindavan, or we go to places like Jagannath Puri, we may see some deviant people who may be chanting some mantra which is not there in the previous acharya's teachings. So even though they may be constantly chanting, but because it is not under the scriptural rules and regulations, they'll not get any result. Okay. Yeah, please read commentary.
This quotation shows the fault in not observing the rules of the scripture. With the mention of Shruti and other scriptures, it means that among the scriptures, one should accept Vaishnava scriptures, for one should accept only those things for which one is qualified and not other things. This is understood from the verse Vesve Dhikar previously quoted.
Yeah, so Jiva Goswami is saying that with the mention of Shruti and other Smriti and other things, Purana, it means that among the scriptures one should accept Vaishnava scriptures. So for us, somebody may quote from Manu Samhita, somebody may quote from Mahabharata. But what we have to follow is what Prabhupada and our previous acharyas have translated and commented upon. Okay, because any scripture is there, we cannot directly read and understand. We have to understand it through the purport or commentary of the acharyas. They will give us the eyes to see what the scripture is saying. Like our acharyas have not commented on Mahabharata and Ramayana. So we are blind when we read them. What to take from it, what to not take, we don't know. Okay. So what we should do is read those scriptures to be protected, which are commented by our acharyas. Okay, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrit, and previous acharyas have written all these many books. Bhakti Samar Sindhu, Sandarbhas, all this we can read because they have given us the eyes how to apply that principle of that scripture. If we take up any other scripture which they have not commented, we don't know whether to apply it, how much to apply it, how much to not apply. So then we will be confused. Okay. Yeah, please continue.
Bhakti without the rules of scriptures, vidhim vina, means bhakti with a disregard for the rules because of having no faith in scriptures. It does not mean disregard because of fatigue or ignorance.
Yeah, so why that person is chanting some other mantra which is not given by our acharyas or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Because he has no faith in the path of bhakti. If we had faith, faith means what? Scriptural faith. Faith which is based on scriptures. What are the bhakti scriptures? We have Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrit. Actually, Bhagavad Gita is, so there are three types of literature: Vedic literature, Vaishnava literature, and Gaudiya literature. Okay, Vedic literature, Bhagavad Gita. Vaishnava literature, all Vaishnavas read. All the followers of Vedas will read Bhagavad Gita. All the Vaishnavas, all the four Sampradayas, they will read Bhagavatam. And Gaudiya scripture is like Chaitanya Charitamrit, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. All these are Gaudiya scripture, which all other even Vaishnavas of other Sampradaya will not read these. They will be read only by us. So Vedic literature is Bhagavad Gita, but still we read. Why? Because Srila Prabhupada has commented on that. Then it has become Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava literature for us. We know now Bhagavad Gita how to apply in our life. Similarly, Vaishnava literature, which is read by all four Sampradayas, Bhagavatam, this is again commented by Srila Prabhupada. So we have the eyes to understand which, because Bhagavatam, there are three types of shloka. One type of shloka which is called the Mukhya shloka, which is directly related to bhakti. Second type of shloka is that which is uh, giving some material benefits, like Dhruva Charitra. It is said that if one reads Dhruva Charitra, he will get lot of wealth. So that is not the main focus of Bhagavatam. So who will tell that to us? That our acharyas will tell. Correct. So and then third is which is contrary to the main principle of prema, and that is bhakti. There are some shlokas which are going opposite to the whole theme of Bhagavatam. which is that one should accept Krishna Prema and Bhakti as the highest path. Some shlokas will be saying that no, no, Jnana is good, one can accept Jnana, or Karma is also good, like that some slokas will tell. So our Acharya will tell, no, this is not Mukhya, this is Gauna, this is like the secondary principle, which is there to attract those people who are following that path. Main thing Bhagavatam wants to give is that Prema, Krishna Prema. So that Srila Prabhupada will and our Acharya will clarify. Then we can get the understanding, okay, what this shloka is telling, which shloka is mukhya, which is not important, which is giving material benefits, which is like that. All these things will be told. Okay. So, and then Gaudiya scriptures, we have Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and many others, okay, written by our Acharyas that we can read. So why these people are not following basically the path of bhakti yoga properly? Because they don't have faith based on scriptures. Which scriptures? These scriptures. Okay, they don't follow based on these scriptures. So that's why they have their own mental concocted mantras. Okay, nowadays many mantras you can hear anywhere. Okay, apart from Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they have many other to sing. Okay, yeah, please continue.
This is understood from the verse Dhavan Nimalya Va Netre. O king, one who accepts this process of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead will never blunder on his path in this world. Even while running with the eyes closed and ignorant, he will never trip or fall.
Hmm. So there are, see, previous line was what it is. It does not mean disregard because of fatigue or unintentional ignorance. See, they have intentionally ignored the scriptures. That's why they are chanting some other mantra. While in Bhakti Yoga, there is a principle that okay, if sometime unintentionally somebody commits a mistake, it is okay. At heart, he wants to follow the scriptures and acharyas, but unintentional mistake is accepted, no problem. That is what mentioned here. Okay, yeah, please continue.
Uh, Ahetuki in this verse
Aikantiki.
sorry, okay. Ekantiki in this verse means even after having attained steadiness. Thus, even after attaining steadiness in the practice of bhakti, if it is executed without regard of the spiritual rules because of no belief in the scriptures, then it produces disaster.
Then it will produce disaster. Okay, so even after attaining steadiness, if it is executed without regard for scriptural rules, means that person is maybe chanting 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, 24 hours a day, but he is not following scriptural rules, then it will produce disaster. Yeah. So there are other proofs also he gives. Bhakti Rekantiki Veyam Avichi Avicharat Avicharat Pratiyate Vastutastu Tathaneva Yad Ashya Ashastriya Atekshate. Yeah,
This
please
type
read.
of this type of bhakti appears to be pure only because of misjudging the facts. Actually, it is not ahituki bhakti, sorry,
Ekantiki.
ekantiki bhakti at all, because lack of spiritual obedience is seen in it.
Yeah, so there is no obedience to scriptures. They have concocted something based on their own thoughts. Yeah.
How could it be pure ekantiki bhakti if there is a disregard for the scriptures? On the other hand, if it is actually pure bhakti, then how can it produce misfortune? This verse answers the devotion of Buddha, Dattatreya, and others whose philosophies completely reject the Vedic scriptures appears to be ekantiki bhakti, but this is because of one's misjudgment only. For that devotion completely rejects the scriptures, the Vedas, its angas and scriptures following the Vedas. If this is so, then there can be no proper results. For according to the Vedanta, Shastra Yonitvat, the Lord is known only through scriptures. Vedanta Sutra 1.1.3.
Yeah. So now here there are some examples of the personalities like Buddha, Dattatreya. Okay, they have given philosophies and even Shankaracharya. They have given some philosophy which completely reject the Vedic scriptures. So it appears to be Ekantiki, and even Buddha is actually an incarnation of the Lord, but for a particular purpose. So then that devotion completely rejects the scriptures. What happens is it creates a havoc only. Hmm. So there will be no proper results. Okay. If that is not based on scripture. Yeah.
Therefore, if one disregards the Vedas and supporting scriptures, attained through the beginningless authorized disciplic succession, embodying the teachings of the Lord, who is very source of the Buddha and others, how can that bhakti be pure? This should be the meaning. Moreover, it is by the Vedic scriptures that one can understand that Buddha and others have the status of avatars.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Moreover, it is by the Vedic scriptures that we understand that Buddha preached atheistic scriptures in order to bewilder the asuras. There it is also explained that Buddha was only a Avish avatar. Thus, one should not take his teaching as authoritative.
Yeah. So what the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself is saying, that should be taken as authoritative. Okay, not this avatar which came for a particular purpose. Okay, to stop the animal killing. Correct. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go to the commentary of Prabhupada. Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada of this verse. Also, for the atheist, Lord Buddha preached atheism so that they would follow him and thus be tricked into devotional service to the Lord Buddha or Krishna.
Yeah. So Prabhupada mentions why Lord Buddha preached like that, even though he is incarnation of Lord. Yeah. Okay. Fifth limb is Sadharma Pricha, inquiry into Bhakti. Yeah. अचिराद एव सर्वार्थः सिद्ध्यति येषाम् अभीप्सितः सद्धर्मस्यावबोधाय येषां निर्बन्धिनी मतिः. Yeah, okay. Isha Mataji, please read.
Those whose minds are attached to understanding bhakti to the Lord quickly attain all the desired goals.
Hmm. Yeah, so whose minds are attached to understanding bhakti quickly attain all the desired goals. So, inquiry into bhakti, if somebody is inquisitive, they can quickly attain the desired goals like Krishna Prema, like that. Okay. Yeah, please read.
One has to approach a bona fide spiritual master to receive the knowledge. Such a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender, and one should serve the spiritual master like a menial servant without false prestige. Satisfaction of self realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life.
Yeah. So now Prabhupada is giving very, very important commentary. So first thing is, as we know from Bhagavad Gita also, that one should be approaching a spiritual master for three purposes. Correct. That's, yeah. So tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Correct. So one should humbly submit himself to the spiritual master pranipatena pariprashnena and inquire submissively, not in a challenging way. Okay. And sevaya, offer his service to please him. Okay. So these three things are there. Yeah, and then very, very important statement here, Prabhupada writing. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. So it's not be any person. It should be to the spiritual master or the representative spiritual master. And that spiritual master should be having the qualifications mentioned earlier. Shabde Parechanishnatam Brahmani Upashamashrayam. Correct. So if these things are there and if that personality is satisfied, not anybody else, if that personality is satisfied, then only the science will work. So Bhakti Yoga is a science. Okay. Only like you have chemical science, right? Only we have two agents properly mixing, then only the proper reactants will give proper products. Okay, if you make any changes, then the product will not come out properly. Similarly, here the disciple as well as the spiritual master both should be qualified, then only the result of Krishna Prema will come. Yeah, please read.
Inquiries and submission constitute the proper combination for spiritual understanding. Unless there is submission and service, inquiries from the learned spiritual master will not be effective. One must be able to pass the test of spiritual master, and when he sees the genuine desire of the disciple, he automatically blesses the disciple with genuine spiritual understanding.
Yeah. So the disciple should be qualified as well as the spiritual master also should be qualified. Then only the science of Bhakti Yoga will work. Yeah.
In this verse, both blind following and absurd inquiries are condemned. Not only should one hear submissively from the spiritual master, but one must also get a clear understanding from him in submission and services and inquiries.
Yeah, this is also very important. Many times we think that whatever any person in Krishna consciousness says, everything should be followed. No, that is not correct. It is only one who is guiding us, we should follow them. And even for them, it is so told that blind following is not good. Like, very good example, Parikshit Maharaj was told by Sukdev Goswami that you follow the path of Jnana Yoga in 6th canto. First, he told you follow the path of Karma Yoga. What did Parikshit Maharaj say? He did not say yes, 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 whatever you tell, I will accept. He told no. That is like Manye Kunjara Sauchavat. That is like elephant taking bath. Correct. And please tell me something higher. So then he told, okay, follow Jnana Yoga. And then Parikshit Maharaj told, no, it is just like bamboo trees, which are burnt. But the seed is still there. That again bamboo tree will fructify. Correct. So he did not accept that also. Parikshit Maharaj could have blindly followed Sukdev Goswami. Then Sukdev Goswami spoke the highest truth. So the Guru actually, Prabhupada wrote here also, he tests the disciple. Where is it? Yeah, see here. So disciple should pass the test. So Parikshit Maharaj and Sukdev Goswami, you can remember that example. Okay, so Parikshit Maharaj passed the test. Then only highest truth was revealed. Okay, so sometime Guru may say, no, no, you just take this and accept this is what is highest. So if we are not having the higher, if you have not approached the Guru, Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam, if we have not approached the Guru for the highest thing, then he will give something below and then he will satisfy us and we will also be happy. But if we are a good disciple, we will seek the highest. We will not go to the Guru for solving our money related problem. Obviously, we can ask something which is related to spiritual life, surely. If it is affecting our spiritual life, one should take guidance. I'm not saying that, but one should not ask Guru that, okay, how should I earn money? Or some absurd inquiry like Prabhupada was asked, tell me how many windows are there in this big building. So that is not the purpose of Guru, to count the windows in the building. Because Guru knows everything doesn't mean that he knows how many windows are there in every building. What it means is that he knows everything about Krishna consciousness, how one should go back to Godhead. He knows everything about it. Okay. So similarly, Dhruv Maharaj also, he did not accept blindly whatever Narad Muni had to tell. Narad Muni told, yeah, you just go back to home, no problem. These all things are not very serious. Okay. But Dhruv Maharaj did not, he did not accept it just like that. He told, no, no, my goal is fixed. If you want to direct me in that direction, then okay, otherwise I'm going ahead. So here I'm trying to focus on this point that one should not blindly accept anything which everybody tells in our society or even somebody who is guiding us. Okay. So there is a very nice part of that in 10th canto, 33rd chapter it comes. I'll try to show that. Okay. Mm. Yeah, commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur actually. So there he writes very nicely that how one need not follow sometimes even great demigods or like that. Okay, I'll try to search that. Mm. Yeah. Okay. See here I'll zoom it a little bit. Okay. So this is 10 33 31, the chapter of rasa dance. Okay. So here the shloka is the statements of the Lord's empowered servants are always true, and the acts they perform are exemplary when consistent with those statements. Okay. So read carefully what he is saying. Statements of Lord's empowered servants are always true. Okay. And the acts they perform are exemplary. When they are exemplary, when consistent with those statements, what they have said. Okay. So there is two things, Vani and there is Vapu. So sometimes some person may speak something, but he is not able to himself follow that also. Okay. So therefore, one who is intelligent should carry out their instructions, not their actions. Please see the words. The every action need not be accepted. Their instructions can be accepted. And that instruction should be based on what? Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatrikim Vidhi. Without that, Ekantike Harer Bhakti Utpateva Kalpate. Okay, now we'll read the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on this. Yeah. Please read, Proji. Who was reading?
Then,
I
in what
forgot. Yeah.
circumstances
Okay.
should the rule that whatever the great man does, others should follow apply?
Yeah. So question he is asking in the commentary, Vishwanath Chakravarti. Then in what circumstances should the rule that whatever the great man does, others should follow? This rule applies. In what circumstances? Basically, answer is given in the shloka itself. But to explain it, he is asking a question. What are those circumstances that this should apply? What should apply? That whatever the great man does, one should follow. In what circumstances is this correct? Now he will answer. Yeah, please read.
The instructions of the devas or great personalities are always auspicious for the devotees to follow. When the Lord performs the pastime as Rama, one should follow his instruction. One should perform only those acts which do not contradict the orders given by the devas or great persons. But even those instructions should be approved by scriptures. Then one can act, otherwise not. The
Yeah,
intelligent person.
yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, we'll try to understand how much is read. First is the instructions of the devas or great personalities are always auspicious for the devotees to follow. What instructions, not actions. Okay, and they should be speaking from where? Scriptures. That is told here, right? They should be approved by scriptures. So we should always follow their instructions when they are following or it's approved by scriptures. Okay. Okay. Now what else he said? When the Lord performs pastimes as Rama, one should follow his instructions. So when he performs, when Lord comes, like here the chapter is Ras Leela. So basically the thing is we should not imitate Krishna and follow his Ras dance. That is the point actually. We should follow what instructions Krishna is giving, like Bhagavad Gita, Uddhav Gita. All those instructions we should follow. We should not just imitate him. Okay. So similarly, when he comes as Ram or Krishna or any other, like Buddha, so we should not imitate them. Okay. And Buddha, we cannot follow instructions also. Why? Because it is contradictory to scriptures. Okay. Now, what else he says? One should perform only those acts which do not contradict the orders given by the great personalities or the devatas. Okay. And but even those instructions should be approved by scriptures. So in general, one should follow all the instructions given by devatas or the saints. But even those instructions should be approved by scriptures. That's why we have been discussing always Shastra is the center of all. Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. In that center is Shastra. Prabhupada also we have shown many times quotation. Yeah. Okay. Yes, please read from here. Yeah. Then one can act
Then
not
one can act,
otherwise. Okay.
otherwise not.
Yeah.
The
Okay. Continue.
intelligent person will conduct himself in this way. Krishna
Mm.
gave the order, kill Ashwathama, who has killed your small children in the night. But Arjuna did not follow the instruction of Krishna to kill Ashwathama. Krishna has also instructed that one should not kill a Brahmana even if he is sinful. Another instruction is that one should kill a person armed to kill others. Ashwathama was still a Brahmana and he was not armed to kill. Therefore, he should not be killed. That was the opinion of Krishna in the form of scripture. Therefore, Krishna's order to Arjuna was simply a test of his religious principles.
Yeah, so now he gives one example that how to apply this principle. So he has given the case study of Ashwatthama, who was supposed to be killed on the instruction of Krishna on that point. Okay, Krishna is himself telling that you kill Ashwatthama, but Arjuna did not kill. Why? Because he has told elsewhere in the scriptures. What he has told that here 2 points are mentioned. Ashwatthama is a Brahmana and Brahmana should not be killed by his body. Okay. And another instruction is that one should kill a person armed to kill others. Okay. So Ashwatthama was not having any arms. Matlab, he was not having any weapons now. He was already defeated. So he need not be killed. So these are the two statements he is saying from scripture. So he overruled the test, basically the whatever instruction Krishna is trying to test through, he did not follow because he followed the scriptures what Krishna actually had in heart, that you follow the scriptures, not my external sentence, because there was Draupadi whom he was trying to pacify also. Sorry, not Draupadi, Bhima. Okay, Bhima wanted him to be killed. Correct. So he was trying to pacify both the parties, Draupadi as well as Bhima. So Arjuna, what did in this trying circumstances, he followed the scripture. So that is the lesson from here, that we should follow the scriptures. Okay. So yeah, this is what I wanted to show. Yeah, Prerna, sorry, Prem Latika Mata. Yeah, you have any question? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, what we have read until now that the instruction of Guru should be taken into consideration and not his action. So this is my question, or maybe I may be wrong. In the
Hmm.
pastimes of Lord Shiva and Daksha, Lord
Hmm.
Shiva peacefully left the place, but his
Hmm.
followers didn't follow his action.
Yeah.
They created havoc, like Nandishwara created havoc after that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so my question is, Prabhu, we all are under three modes of material nature, and I'm talking about myself, not for the others.
Hmm.
Um, I have my own anarthas, my own shortcomings. Every time, although I have heard many times, or I try to practice whatever instructions are being given, whatever examples are being set in front of me, or to all my to whom I
Hmm.
try to follow. Every time, because of my shortcomings and anarthas, I'm not able to follow them 100%.
Hmm.
So, in that case, Prabhu, although we try to follow the instruction or their action, it doesn't come into picture fully. So, at
Hmm.
that time, Krishna might be unhappy with us. Surely he will be unhappy with us. But after that incident happens, then we come into consciousness. Oh, I have committed a mistake. Okay.
Hmm.
So this gap between our action and our realization, in this between gap we have atonement, or uh, we have that understanding that, oh, why I have committed. So my question is, we are not able to properly conduct the instruction of the scripture also, and of the guru also,
Hmm.
because of anarthas. So
Correct.
what should be the proper way to look at ourselves at that time? Because at that
Hmm.
condition I feel that I'm the most worst disciple of my spiritual master.
Hmm. Yeah. So that's what that is happening because see, one thing is clear that we want to follow the good instructions and good teachings. Correct. That is clear. We don't want to cheat. Correct. We are not trying to be hypocrite. So if we are sincere, then Krishna also understands Bhavgrahi Janardana. He also understands that yeah, he or she is trying their best. And as the anarthas will reduce, we are not able to follow because of our anarthas actually, as you told. So as the anarthas will reduce, how will they reduce? By the practice of bhakti only. So as we are having here limbs of bhakti we are discussing. So following these limbs only, the anartha will reduce. When they reduce, automatically we will be able to follow our uh, bhakti nature, the nature which we want to actually follow. So there is no mistake from our side as such. We can try our best to purify our heart. Okay. and following all the limbs of bhakti nicely. What are especially five limbs: Nam Sankirtan, Sadhu Sangha, Bhagavad Shravan, and Mathurava, Shri Murtira, Shraddhaya Sevan. Doing these five things very quickly purifies our heart, and we should have faith in this. And then, when the anathas are sufficiently purified, then we can easily follow their instructions. Okay, Mataji.
And second question I have that Prabhuji, yesterday, a day before yesterday, I was with one of my very senior devotee friend, and she told me that from whom you are hearing, that person will bring you to that level of consciousness
Hmm. Correct.
from whom we are hearing.
Correct.
So, should we be picky ones to from whom we should hear, or we should only hear from our spiritual master?
No, one can hear from, yeah, should we be picking? Yes, we should be picking, because as we will be discussing ahead, that sadhu sangha is not just associating with anybody. So there Rupa Goswami has mentioned three words we will discuss. Sajatiya, he should be like-minded. Satovara, he should be higher than us. Snigdha, he should be affectionate to us. These three qualities should be there in that person. That person only we can hear from or take guidance. That is clear. Then and how much is that person advanced? To that degree we can advance, as Srila Prabhupada wrote in NOI 5, we had read earlier. Correct. Uttamadhikari can bring us to Uttamadhikari level. Madhyamadhikari can bring us to Madhyamadhikari level. Kanishtadhikari can bring us only to the Kanishtadhikari level. Okay, so we should be picking, yeah. And what is the second part of the question? We should only
We
hear from
can
our spiritual master or from others. Yeah. So yeah, that is individual thing. Yeah. When some devotees may hear only from Prabhupada and spiritual master, perfectly fine. And some devotees from other current acharyas, they may take siksha. So Jiva Goswami tells one can have single guru or one can have multiple guru. That is okay. Both are okay, because sometimes one may not get everything from one guru, and he may want to learn some other part of the teachings from somebody else. Obviously, it has to be done by taking permission of one's Diksha Guru. And he may want to learn. So it is told already that Krishna Bhajanamrit book is there. There it's mentioned that one, it's like begging alms. So one should go and accept the teachings of other spiritual master and bring it to his spiritual master, and then again accept it back from him. Like one goes and begs alms, he gives to Guru, and Guru again gives back to the disciple to eat. It should be like that. One can accept teachings from other places. And I'm not showing the Praman, it is there in Krishna Bhajanamrit. So one can accept teachings from others and bring it to his Guru, and then Guru will tell, okay, you accept in this, these things. Like that one should do. So one can do that also. And one can, if the Guru is competent enough, one Guru may be sufficient to teach all the things. So that is based on individual.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. And regarding this slide, what we are discussing, one more thing I will share here. Yes. Okay. So here it is mentioned yukti yuktam vacho grahyam na grahyam guru gauravat sarvashastra rahasyam tad yagyavalkena bhashitam. So what is Yagyavalka saying? Very important thing he has said. What he has said, one should accept on a logical conclusion in accordance with scriptures. This is a general thing what one should do. One should accept only a logical conclusion in accordance with the scriptures. Basically something which is based on Shastra. One should not accept a statement as factual conclusion simply out of jealous pride in relation to one's guru. Just because he thinks that my guru is great, he is Jagat Guru, or he is the deliverer of all fallen souls, and I have so much pride in him. Whatever he speaks, everything is true. Whether it is in the scripture, whether it is outside scripture, or whether it is against the scripture, everything is true. So somebody may think like that, but that is not the truth. Okay, that's what said here. This secret of all the scripture has been spoken by great sage Yagyavalka. Okay. So Yagyavalka Siksha, he says that. So basically what I'm trying to say, as Prabhupada is telling in this comment in the purport, that one should accept something which is based on scripture. Just because he thinks that my guru is great, everything he says is correct, may not be. Okay. So this is very important. So Prabhupada, that's why here he said what? One should be intelligent and not following blindly. Okay. So previously he used that word intelligent, right? Okay, and here he obviously he is saying that in this verse, both blind following, one should not be blind following. What is blind following? No basic no, nothing which is based on scripture is accepted. Okay, that is called blind following. No following based on scripture. Okay, so first one should himself study the scripture, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and know what is the principle told. And then if anybody is saying something, then one can understand, okay, it is expansion on that or it is against it. Okay. And absurd inquiries, as I told, how many windows are there in this building that person is asking to Prabhupada, these are all condemned. Yeah. Not only should one hear submissively, okay, and if the Guru, yeah, always the Guru and Sadhus, they speak from the scriptures. So that's why we should hear from them submissively from the spiritual master, but not, but one must also get a clear understanding from him in submission and service and inquiries, all these three. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Yeah, please continue.
A bona fide spiritual master is by nature very kind towards the disciple. Therefore, when the student is submissive and is always ready to render service, the reciprocation of knowledge and inquiries become perfect.
Yeah, so if the student is submissive and always ready to render service, then he will be receiving the reciprocation. So whomever it may be, like when we are reading Prabhupada books, so we can receive reciprocation for Prabhupada also. If we are submissive to him and we are rendering service to him, okay, by reading his books or anything else which we were doing in ISKCON, so then we can get reciprocation from him. Okay. Sixth limb, Krishna Arthe Bhog Adi Tyago, renouncing enjoyment for pleasing Krishna. Okay. Harim Uddishya Bhogani Kale त्यक्तवतस्तव विष्णुलोका स्थिता संपद अलोला सा प्रतीक्षते. ओके. प्रेम लतिका माता जी, please read.
When you give up enjoyable objects, Bhogani Taktavatas, at the time of enjoying Kale, aiming at the pleasure of the Lord, Harim Udishya, the permanent wealth, Alola Sampad, situated in Vishnu Loka Sthita, awaits you, Pratikshate, Padma Purana.
Yeah, so when you give up enjoyable objects at the time of enjoying, aiming at the pleasure of the Lord, not that just giving them up, but for the pleasure of the Lord, understanding that, yeah, Lord doesn't want me to enjoy this. The permanent wealth situated in Vishnu Loka awaits us. Okay, like that. Seventh, Dwarkadi Nivaso, living in Dwarka or other holy places. Yeah, I just want to clarify one thing from previous slide is that this is not speaking about the needs. Okay, so whatever need we may have, that should be taken care. But if there are some things which are not in the diameter of our need, in the circle of our need, but it's just some opulence or some want, some vague desire, that should be given up. Okay, somebody, like he may need a sleep of 7 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever as per the body, or prasad 2 times, 3 times. Somebody may need 4 times, whatever, as per his digestive fire. So some things which is need to keep the body fit for bhakti should be accepted. Some amount of money, okay, some amount of pleasure also, that is required to keep the mind peaceful. So everybody has a separate and different need. That much should be given so that one can peacefully follow bhakti yoga. Okay, that is a important thing. So that is called yukta vairagya, accepting that which is needed. Yeah. Seventh, living in Dwarka or other holy places. Samvatsaram va sanmasam masan masardham eva va Dwarka vasina sarve nara narayas chaturbhujah. Yeah, please read.
Anyone who lives in Dwarka Vasi Sarve, for 1 year, 6 months, that is Samvatsara Masam, 1 month or even half a month, Mashardham Evava, whether man or woman, Naraya, attains a four-handed form in the spiritual sky, that is Chaturbhuja, Skanda Purana.
Yeah, so this is mentioned here about the glories of living in Dham. Okay, Dwarka or any other place, Dwarka Adi is mentioned. So, who lives in Dwarka for 1 year, 6 months, or 1 month, half a month, whatever, whether man or woman, okay, they attain a 400 form in the spiritual sky. So basically, it's saying that they will be getting very good benefits. Okay, not necessary that after ending the life they will surely go there, because it depends on what they are aspiring. Okay, okay, this is another proof for living in Dwarka or any other holy places related to Ganga. Yavel Shri Tulsi Vimishra Krishnangrirenu अभयधि काम्बुनेत्री पुनातिशेषान् उभयत्र लोकान् कस्तां न सेवेत मरिष्यमानः. Yeah, please read.
who at the point of death would not serve Ganges, carrying water made excellent by the dust of Krishna's feet, mixed with beautiful tulsi, purifies the worlds, along with their leaders inside and outside, above and below.
Yeah, so this is about service to Ganga. So carrying the water made excellent by the lust of the lotus feet of Krishna mixed with tulsi purifies the worlds. Correct. Yeah, so it will also purify us like that. Yeah, please read.
The world Adi indicates Puri as well as illustrated from the Brahma Purana. The
Yeah, it was
glory of
mentioned
Puri
Dwarka Adi here. This Adi. Yeah.
The glory of Puri, with its surrounding area of 80 miles, is not is inconceivable. The Devatas see everyone residing there as having four arms.
Yeah. Okay. Eighth limb. Yavad Artha Anuvartita. Living with minimal material needs. Yavata स्यात् स्वनिर्वाहः स्वीकुर्यात् तावद् अर्थवित् आधिक्ये न्यूनतायां च्यवते परमार्थतः. Okay, somebody else can read. Arun bro, are you okay?
Uh, Prabhuji, just a
Yes,
quick question. Can I ask Prabhuji?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a second. That Puri wala thing, कि one who lives in Puri. So Prabhuji, my question is, Maharaj always emphasizes that Vrindavan is a consciousness.
Huh.
So if we serve the duties at our place wholeheartedly, like we have Jagannath at our place, wholeheartedly with great respect and with that, will it not be like living in Puri Dham itself?
I cannot say absolutely it is same. Okay,
Hmm.
but it is same in consciousness, we can say. Okay, because absolutely we cannot make it equal, because surely Puri Puri as a dham has auspicious vibrations. Okay, Lord is staying himself there personally, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there. So it's not absolutely equal, but it can be said equal in some ways. And surely we will get greater benefits because we are doing service to same Jagannath with wholeheartedly. So it's not absolutely same, but it's quite similar. Okay, and we are
Okay.
not able to be there at Puri because of our service or because of some things, right? It's not that we are antagonistic to staying at Puri. So surely we can get the benefits of staying at Puri also by doing service at our place. Okay, that's why. Okay, so
Okay.
that's called mentally staying there in the dham. So both the things are okay. Either one can stay physically or mentally. Both are okay. If possible physically, okay. Otherwise, one can stay mentally by doing service. Okay, just 1 minute. I'm getting some important. Hare Krishna. Okay. Is it okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank
Okay. Hmm. Eighth limb. Living with minimal material needs. Okay. So, yeah, Arun Pro, would you like to read?
यावद् अर्थ अनुवर्तित, living with minimum material needs. यावता स्यात्
No,
स्वनिर्वाह.
read the
Wait.
translation. Translation.
The person with wisdom concerning material objects, arthavit, accepts tavad svikuriat as much as is necessary for the maintenance of bhakti. Yavata syat swanirvaha. By accepting more or less than that, adhikye nyunatayam cha, the person will fail to attain the highest goal. Chavate
Yeah.
paramarthata.
Yeah. So now Rupa Goswami is quoting from Naradi Puran. He is saying the person with wisdom concerning material objects accepts as much as necessary. Okay. Keep yourself in mute. Yeah. For maintenance of bhakti. Okay. So what is prime purpose in accepting those things is maintenance of his bhakti. Okay. And for that, what is required? Maintenance of his body. Because idam shariram kalu dharma sadhanam. Okay. This is the body which is there as a instrument. Okay, so if we don't have this pen, we cannot write. So this is an instrument. So I have to take care of this pen. Similarly, we have to take care of the body because with this instrument we can perform the service. Okay, purpose is not to take care of body. Purpose is to perform bhakti. But for that body is needed, so we have to take care of body also. Okay, so by accepting more or less than that, the person will fail to attain the highest. So that's why Prabhupada would always say that one should not eat more or not eat less. One should not sleep more, not sleep less. So that's why yukta ahara viharasya cha yukta karma avabodhasya cha. Okay, yukta sapna avabodhasya. Okay. So one should be doing yukta. For different people, yukta may be different. Somebody may need more sleep, somebody may need less sleep. Because as Ayurveda says, different types of bodies are there, kapha, vata and pitta. Kapha people body need more rest. They need mostly at least 8 hours of rest. So pitta and vata bodies, they need maybe 6 or 7 hours. So as per the bodily need, one should accept the things. Not more, not less. Like that. Yeah. Please read.
The purport is that one should not neglect following the principles of devotional service, nor should one accept the rulings of devotional, nor should one accept the rulings of devotional service which are more than what he can easily perform. For example, it may be said that one should chant the Hare Krishna mantra at least 100,000 times daily on his beats. But if this is not possible, then one must minimize his chanting according to his own capacity. Generally, we recommend our disciples to chant at least 16 rounds on their japa beats daily, and this should be complete.
Yeah, so somebody may say, no, every day you should do at least 8 hours of book distribution. That is a general thing said. So one should be able to understand based on his own capacity and express it to the person who is giving instruction. Okay, one should not blindly follow also. Blindly follow means we want to be surrendered, but at the same time, it's not that we don't want to take care of the needs of the body, which is helpful in taking care of bhakti, taking our doing our bhakti basically. So that's why Prabhupada is saying here. It may be said that one should chant certain number of mantras, but if it is not in one's capacity, then one should do it less. Okay, so one should not become like flower pot. That 1 year he did so much service, but after that next 10 years he is not to be seen. Okay, so one should do steadily service as per one's capacity for all the time, all the years. Okay, one should do steadily. That is more appreciated. Yeah.
But if one is not even able to chant 16 rounds, then he must make it up the next day. He must be sure to keep his vow. If he does not strictly follow this out, then he is sure to be negligent. That is offensive in the service of the Lord. If we encourage
Yeah.
offenses,
Yeah.
we
One
shall
minute.
not
Yeah.
be able.
So basically, if one is not able to do it in 1 day, then he must make it up the next day. Okay, that is only in some very rare or exceptional cases. Okay, what are the exceptions? 1 minute. Okay, Hare Krishna. So it should be only in the cases of exception. What are the exceptional cases? Exceptional cases are like somebody is hospitalized, he underwent some operation, so cannot chant, or he is in ICU, then he cannot chant. Okay, these are exceptional cases. Okay, it's not that today I had one or two more meetings. Council meeting was also there, and there was also some other service, so I could not chant. It's not that is not exception. And even if some exceptional cases which like this happens, which is like one is medically sick, or even family members may be sometimes sick, and one genuinely does not get time. Okay, so that also is okay. One understands basically he's not trying to, you know, become insincere. One is sincere. Everybody has to make their own judgment. Nobody else is going to make judgment. Sometimes we have heard devotees have 5,000 rounds remaining, initiated devotees. They have 5,000 rounds remaining from their last 1 year. That is not what Prabhupada is telling here. Okay. And sometimes devotees to make up that rounds are chanting while driving. They are having that counter in their fingers. We have seen personally. So that is not very good. Okay, that's it. That's not what Prabhupada is saying to do. Make up the next day. Next day should not become next year. Okay, like that. Yeah, please continue.
If we encourage offenses, we shall not be able to make progress in devotional service. It is better if one fixes up a regulative principle according to his own ability and then follows that vow without fail. That will make him advance in spiritual life.
Yeah, so see, Prabhupada is very clearly saying one fixes up. That's why the name is regulated, according to his own ability. Now, somebody wants to bring a DT in their house. So, they should fix it up based on their capacity, not because the neighbor is saying, no, no, you should do every day 3 times bhog offering. No, one should make up the commitment based on what the family members feel. If they think, no, we can do only once in a day, we can take up that commitment only, but it should be regulated. That is very very important, which is mentioned actually, patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya priyachati. So that shloka, if we read, they are very important commentary. Actually, we have read actually in our classes. It's mentioned purity, and then regulated way, and consciousness. These three things were mentioned, right? So if one thinks that okay, I can only change the dress of the DT only once in 15 days, once in Ekadashi, that commitment, then that you should take. One should not say that no, no, that certain Vaishnava family is doing DT worship every day. Every day they are bathing the DT. Every day they are changing the dress. We should also do. No, not out of that kind of competition, but based on one's own ability. That is what is mentioned here. Okay. Yes, ninth. Harivasara Sammano, respecting the Lord, the day of the Lord. Sarva Papa Prashamanam Punyam Atyantikam Tatha Govinda Smaranam Nrinam Ekadasyam Uposhanam. Okay, somebody else can read. Oh, okay, Aruna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. By fasting on Ekadashi, a person destroys all sins, gains abundant pious credits, and attains remembrance of Lord.
Yeah. So this today also happens to be Ekadashi. So he's quoting from Brahma Vaivarta Puran. Yeah. Please, okay, we'll read this and then translation. Madhava Tithi. So this is basically the song, Shuddha Bhakta Charana Renu. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I think he has written, yeah. Madhav Tithi, Bhakti Janani, Yatane Palana Kori. Krishna Vasati Vasati Boli, Parama Adare Bori. Yeah, please read.
I observe with great care the holy days commemorating the pastimes of Lord Madhav, for they are the mother of devotion. As my dwelling place, I choose with the greatest of reverence and love the transcendental abode of Sri Krishna.
Yeah, so basically this part is highlighted. What we observe with great care, the holy days, where the Lord has appeared, or even Madhav Tithi, like any auspicious days of appearance of Acharyas or Ekadashi or Lord's appearance. So why? Because Bhakti Janni, they are the mother of devotion. Okay. We will be receiving abundant mercy from the Acharyas or Lord on these days like that. Yeah, this is our 10th
Hum-
limb. Yeah,
Dhatri,
I will
Avasthavi,
read.
Gauravam. No,
Yeah,
I
then
was reading the headline. Respecting the Amalaki, Ashwatha, and other
Ashwatha and
things.
other thing. Yeah.
Human beings destroy. Sorry, you can read it.
Yeah. Ashwatha Tulsi Dhatri Gobhumi Suravaišnavaः पूजिताः प्रणताः ध्याताः क्षपयन्ति नृणाम् अघम्. Yeah, please read.
Human beings destroy sin by worshipping, respecting, and contemplating the Ashwatha tree, Tulsi tree, Amalaki tree, the cow, the Brahmana, and the Vaishnavas. Kandapura.
Yeah, thank you. So here again now the 10th limb is mentioning that we as devotees surely, but all human beings, they destroy sin by worshipping, respecting, and contemplating. Pujitaha, first worshipping, second Pranataha, respecting, third Dhyayataha. So these are the three levels which are mentioned. Okay. So as one does higher and higher levels of consciousness, he gets more and more effects of destroying the sin and positive mercy. So what are those items? To which items these three should be done? Ashwatha tree, and also banyan tree, or sometimes actually it's people tree, that is considered more like Ashwatha tree. Yeah, tulsi tree, obviously tulsi plant, and amala, amalaki, and the cow, go, and the Brahmana and Vaishnavas. Okay, Bhumi Sura. Bhumi Sura is actually Brahmana. Sura is a demigod. So Bhumi is earth, earthly demigods. Earthly demigods are the Brahmanas, basically. Those who are in the mode of goodness. The demigods are in the mode of goodness. So on earth, the Brahmanas are in the mode of goodness. So they are written as like Bhumi Sura, like that. Okay. Vaishnava is Vaishnava. Okay. So these are to be worshipped, respected, and contemplated. Yeah, please read.
Jiva Goswami, the Ashwatha tree is worthy of worship because it is a vibhuti of the Lord, explained in the Gita. Because the Lord has descended on earth as the benefactor and friend of the cows and the Brahmanas, they also should be worshipped by the devotee.
Yeah.
All those other items are mentioned along with Tulasi and the Vaishnava to remove doubt about worshipping them. Among the other items, worship of the cow bestows the ultimate goal for the worshippers of Krishna.
Yeah. Go Brahman Hitaya cha. That's why it is said. Yeah. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya cha. Correct. So Krishna is worshipped in that way. That who is actually protector of Go Brahman, and Hit means their benefactor. Okay. So all other items are mentioned along with Tulsi and Vaishnava to remove doubt about worshipping them. So sometimes one may think that whether should we worship them or only respect them or only offer obeisances. No, one should worship them also, like that it is mentioned. Okay. So I think 10 we have completed. We will pause here. The 10 first 10 are the do's, and then next 10 are the don'ts that we can take tomorrow. So any questions are there on what we discussed? Yes, Madhuri Nampu.
Hare Krishna, bro. Thank you for the class.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
And there you mentioned in Madhya Lila, 108 verse, that even
Purashari.
without taking initiation, holy name is so potent that it can give the ultimate result. And just and uh, being initiated or following the spiritual master, like the verse yesterday, Bhakti, the devotee can get results soon, very faster they can get result. So is it that somebody who only chants but does not accept a spiritual master, will get the desired goal? Is it such the potency of the holy name? Because some devotees they try to chant, and I haven't been such reference, but in Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is given there. So are they correct? Those who don't follow any devotee or Vaishnava, but he chant the rounds nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, see, we have to see why they have not accepted spiritual master. Sometime it may be because they have not found a proper spiritual master, because it's not only seeing the external qualification, because it said that even after seeing the external qualification like Sabde Parecha Nishnatam Brahmane Upshamashrayam, Krishna from heart should indicate that he is my guru actually. So then only one should accept. That is given by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I will send it in the group later. It's not only external qualifications. There are so many people around who have those qualifications, but among them only one is our guru. Who is that? That Krishna from our heart will speak to us that this is your guru. Only when one gets that indication, one should accept. So if somebody has not accepted, not accepted spiritual master, we have to see what reason it is. It may be because he has not come across his guru. So, and he may be sincerely trying to chant, and then that's why Bhakti Thakur say the one should keep his heart ready. He gives the example of tilling the field. One should make the heart ready just like one tills the field, and then we should wait for the rain. So when Krishna indicates, then he should accept the spiritual master. Okay, so that's how. So if he has not accepted because he has not come across, then it is okay, and holy name is surely going to give him everything even though he doesn't accept his spiritual master. But if it is because he doesn't want to accept, doesn't want to surrender, then it becomes offense to the holy name. Okay, so then holy name will not bestow the results. Okay, that is what it is. Is it okay, Braj?
Yes, in holy name offenses also there is in third to disregard to regard a spiritual master as a ordinary person is like third offense. So
Yeah,
and
to
also
disobey the. Yeah,
Prabhupada many times write in book that a secret of success is to satisfy spiritual master, or
correct.
pure devotional service is to try to satisfy Krishna according to the direction of his spiritual master.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
writes many places. So all these instructions are there also, but when you read that just by only chanting only, you can get all
Hmm.
the result.
Hmm.
So does
Yeah,
not
that
it
is true.
contradict?
Yeah, that is not contradiction. Again, same thing. It's the potency of the holy name is that even one has not accepted a guru, he can go back to spiritual world. That is the potency of the holy name. But in two things I will tell here. One is in general, we have seen all of our previous acharyas, even though they are Nitya or whatever, they have set the example. Sadhu, whatever they do, it said that dharma sthapna hetu sadhuru vyavhar. Okay, so dharma sthapana hetu, they protect the religion, they show the way of the religion by their vyavhar, by their acting, how they act. So all the previous acharyas have accepted spiritual master, so we should also accept. That is first thing. Okay, that doesn't remove any potency of the holy name. Holy name is all potent to take one to spiritual world without accepting a spiritual master, given that he doesn't have that offensive mentality to not accept the spiritual master or not surrender anybody. Okay, but he may be accepting siksha from somebody, but he has not found his diksha guru for some reason, some genuine reason. We don't know. Okay, so then we cannot judge. But holy name has all the potency if he is sincere and he is not offensive to the principles of bhakti. Okay, that is possible. But in general, as our sampradaya is and our Gaudiya Vaishnavas have set the example, we accept a spiritual master. Okay, Prabhuji.
One more question. When we are reading this, uh, we have to worship the devotees. So many times, Prabhupada, I have heard just one, I don't know it is confirmed or not, that Prabhupada, your deity is being, when you are alive, your deity is being worshipped. So you have to
Hmm.
bear the karma
Hmm.
of your disciples. So you should not that you have to worship cows, brahmanas, and Vaishnavas. And if somebody happen to worship a Vaishnava or a spiritual master, you can do arati. So does he has to bear our karma, or does he have to suffer for accepting the worship? Or, because
No, Prabhuji. No, actually, I remember this happened in Vrindavan, and
it
one
is
of
on the
the
limbs of the bhakti to worship the cow or Vaishnava.
Yeah. So it is there. It happened in Vrindavan that it's maybe a principle from Vedic literature that accepting the worship from the spiritual master, worship while he is living, it may accrue some karma. But as such, in short, I will answer now is that for devotees there is no karma. Karmani nirdhati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. What to speak of personality like Srila Prabhupada, even sadhaka devotee don't have any karma. Okay, gross karma. Okay, so I'll tell elaborate maybe tomorrow because I have to go somewhere now. Okay, and Premlati Mataji, if you can take question, tell tomorrow.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री रूप गोस्वामी पाद की जय, श्री भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु की जय. हरे कृष्ण.